started out in pre-pharmacy and did an internship at the oldest pharmacy in the state of Illinois and worked there for a while. And then decided that I wanted to major in social work and then switched to social work. And then the college that I was attending at the time, Southern Illinois University, instituted a program where you would room with a person that had a disability. And so my roommate had a disability, and she was partially sighted in addition to the other disability she had. And I just really became fascinated and changed my major then to, how many times is that, to special education. Well, my dad was a teacher, and I just saw how much he loved it, and I thought, I really want to do something that you know, makes somebody so happy. When I first started in special education, we didn't write IEPs. IEPs hadn't even been instituted yet. And I remember going over to take kids from the rooms at Arnold. They had, the school was divided. They had some students that did more functional kinds of programs in a separate part of the school. And I remember back in '74 probably bringing kids over so they could read with our, with our resource kids. So even back then we were still, we were integrating, students so that they could reach their, maximum potential. It's changed a lot. The kids have changed a lot. I think we're seeing more kids that have higher needs. They just seem to be needier in a lot of areas. Emotionally, academically, families seems like they have more issues to deal with. So kids are kids. Kids they want to learn. It's always exciting when they come back and see you, and I just think kids are kids. I guess that stays the same, and you have to love that. The teachers just work, they just work their hearts out. They really do. They care about the kids. They go above and beyond. Yesterday, as a matter of fact, an example was a girl came to school and her shoes were broken. So our secretary went out and bought her a pair of flip-flops during her lunch hour and brought them back. I mean, that's just the kind of thing they do. Yeah. The funny one, I think, was when Takako Olson is one of the other administrators here, and she and I go on the band trips with Mr. Mateer, the band director. And if you know Mr. Mateer, there are a couple rules he has, and one of them is that absolutely, positively, no boys in girls' room and no girls in boys' room, which is a good rule. So we're in Arizona, and we're just about asleep. It's about midnight, and we hear this yelling and laughing and giggling next door. So we jump up and go next door, knock on the door, and then it gets real quiet. And you can hear him talking. And I put my hand over the peephole, and so they said, "Who is it?" And I'm not sure what prompted me to do this, but I said, "Land shark." And they're going, "Land shark." Of course, nobody that's as old as I am has watched Saturday Night Live, so they don't know what they're. So, and then we're getting mad. "Open the door now." And still with our hand over the peephole. And then Takako starts saying it. "Open the door, let us in." And they won't. So now I'm really mad. So I say, "Come on." So we go back next door. And I call the front desk, and I said, "This is Dr. Obrecht in 203 with Southeast High School. I want to know what Southeast High School kids are next door." Guy says, "Ma'am, that's the Arizona baseball team." I said, "Okay, if anybody calls from that room and says some people were trying to get into their room, will you please not pay any attention to that?" He said, "Ma'am, you just made my whole week." "Okay, thanks." So we had to go tell RJ that we almost got the band in trouble. I think so, yeah. I've been kind of taking things out of the room, just like I've tried to prepare physically and emotionally, so every week I haul home some more boxes. And it's hard to leave all the friendships I've made, but your friends will always be there. I'll miss the kids. I'll miss that part of it. I'll miss the excitement. Every day is different. Every single day is different. There's not a day that's the same, and I'll miss that part of it. It's been a great ride, and I've had a great time.